I warned them the wedding cake would kill everyone, but they said I was just bitter about not being hired. Last Saturday, I'm at my cousin Sydney's wedding at this upscale country club. Crystal chandeliers, marble floors, the works. Sydney and I used to be close, but things got weird when she didn't ask me to make her wedding cake. She wanted to keep business and family separate. I understood, but she still thought I was envious. I'm there with my husband Charlie, trying to enjoy myself. The ceremony was flawless. Sydney floating down the aisle in $40,000 of lace and pearls. During cocktail hour, I drift toward the dessert display. Professional curiosity, 5-tier masterpiece, hand-piped roses bleeding sugar into the humid air. My heart sank to my stomach. The buttercream roses are weeping oil down the fondant. That's not condensation. That's the butter separating from the sugar, which means bacteria is breaking it down. The edges have this glossy sheen that makes my stomach drop. It's Swiss meringue buttercream made with raw egg whites. After 6 hours at room temperature, those eggs become salmonella factories. The cream cheese filling in the petit fours is bleeding through the chocolate shells. That means the dairy is going rancid. The custard tarts have yellow edges like old bruises. That's bacteria producing toxins that will make people violently ill. These desserts have been sitting out for at least 4 hours, maybe 6 if they set up early for photos. It's July in Colorado, 92 degrees outside, barely cooler inside. This isn't just spoiled food, this is mass poisoning about to happen. I spot Sydney near the head table, radiant in her ignorance. I start sprinting over, but Aunt Sylvia intercepts me like security. Sydney's mom, all sharp angles and Botox, never forgave me for opening my bakery before her daughter finished law school. Rachel, stay away from Sydney. This is her day. The desserts are spoiled. They need to be pulled. Her face twists into something ugly. You're so pathetic. You think I don't know what you're doing? Trying to destroy her wedding because she didn't choose your little cupcake shop? Those desserts cost more than you make in a month. Aunt Sylvia, people are going to get sick. You've always been trash, just like your mother. Couldn't stand Sydney getting something you didn't. Her voice drops to a whisper. If you go near that table or my daughter, I'll make sure every vendor in Denver knows you tried to sabotage this wedding. I'll destroy your pathetic business. I found the catering manager instead. He dismissed me with a wave. Lady, we've been doing this for 20 years. You don't know any better. I almost cry in frustration. Sylvia appears again, tells him I'm a disgruntled family member. I was jealous and unstable. The manager nods knowingly. Security hovers nearby. The desserts glisten with bacterial growth under the chandeliers. Sydney laughs at something her new husband says, oblivious. The flower girl reaches for a petit four. My warnings die in the suffocating air of disbelief. Charlie finds me shaking with frustration. We watch from across the ballroom as guests circle the dessert table like vultures. Silver forks diving into poisoned custard. Children smearing buttercream on their faces. I text everyone at our table furiously. I told as many people as I could, don't eat the desserts. Some listen, most don't. Sylvia got to them first. The wedding photographer snapped shots of guests enjoying Bellefonte's famous tarts. Instagram stories of the beautiful spread. Every bite is a ticking time bomb in someone's stomach. I tried calling the health department, but they're closed on weekends. The heat in the room rises with dancing bodies. The desserts continue their endless bacterial multiplication. The first victim collapses at 8:17 p.m. Sydney's husband's grandfather clutches his stomach and drops. Then the flower girl vomits on the dance floor. Within 15 minutes, it's biological warfare. The marble floors are slick with things that shouldn't be there. Every bathroom is occupied with sounds of misery echoing off tiles. The parking lot becomes a triage zone. Women in cocktail dresses bent double between BMWs. Sydney's $40,000 dress is destroyed. Her grandmother lies unconscious while paramedics work frantically. 7 ambulances aren't enough. The country club transforms into a disaster zone. The gift table sits abandoned. The dance floor is empty except for medical equipment. 73 guests get sick. 19 need hospitalization. The ICU at Denver General runs at capacity. The health inspector finds me around midnight. Rachel, catering staff said you tried to warn them. Buttercream tested at 68 degrees, custards at 71. Bacterial counts in the millions. 6 hours unrefrigerated. Your warning could have prevented this. Sydney's grandmother didn't survive. Her heart couldn't handle the dehydration. Sylvia finds me later, destroyed. Mascara streaks down her face. They said grandma would have lived if we'd listened. Sydney wanted you to make the cake originally. I made her cancel and said you weren't good enough for this venue. Now my mother is dead because of it. The country club lost their license for 3 months. The bakery went bankrupt from lawsuits. Sydney sent me a message months later. Just 2 words. I'm sorry.